What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Isaac Prince, where I'm going to help you, teenagers or whatever audience is freaking listening to this, I'm going to help you elevate your lives by improving your confidence, your belief, and just overall the success that you're going to accumulate in your life through achieving your purpose or achieving happiness, whatever outcome you desire. I'm here to help you elevate your life. Today we're going to be talking about something that I've totally dabbled with, especially recently in my life, which is how do you be confident when you lack competence in a certain area, field, topic? How are you going to be confident in something when you know you suck at it? So today I'm going to kind of introduce you guys to this formula that I've been learning through all these Tony Robbins speeches I've been listening to. And I actually think it can massively help you in your life and add total value to how you, for one, of how aware you are of your beliefs, how they're formed, and then how you can actually change them and basically control them to the point where you can be confident, be aware that you're not as competent as you want to be, but you can still grow competence. Like I always say, you can't be competent unless you are first confident. Like people don't just jump into competence without first believing they can do it or being certain they can do it. So let's get right into kind of the formula I have. So what this formula basically is this is how beliefs are formed, and basically this is how beliefs are kind of tried and then kind of concreted into our minds. So this is how we kind of try things, or how we, do things, and then how it affects how we believe things, which affects what results we get. All right, now it kind of sounds confusing, but let me explain. How you feel, what your beliefs are, what your thoughts are is going to massively impact how much action you take. Okay, if in PE you're kind of known as the guy that's like super good at basketball, you're on the varsity team, and you're just amazing at this sport, what kind of action do you think you're going to put in when you freaking have like a rec, 3-on-3 in PE? Okay, now the rest of the chumps that don't play basketball, they don't have basketball as part of their identity, I'm just going to kind of play around, maybe have some fun, whatever, not be like super into it. But the person that has his identity attached to basketball is going to try way harder than everyone else because he has something to prove, he has something to validate. So what you believe, what you think affects how much action you put in. Okay, after what action you put in, you get results, you get an outcome. Okay, so that's like if you were to try super hard on a test, you would probably get a better outcome than if you tried really bad on the test. It's just the truth. What action you put in is going to very largely determine what outcome you get. And then what outcome you get will affect your beliefs and certainty. It affects your belief and certainty because if I try super hard on a race and I get a really bad time, or I just totally break down, fail, whatever it is, that's going to affect my belief. Like if I was doing a marathon and I just freaking fell down and had to go to the emergency room, that's going to make me believe that I am not a very fit person, or not very good at running. Or if I was to do basketball and I just get completely destroyed, which I would, and just get totally owned by some actual basketball players, that's going to affect how much I believe in my skills and how much certainty I have that I can make the point, make the basket, okay? So now I want to kind of go full circle with this topic and kind of integrate it so you guys can understand it a little bit better and a little bit smoother in action, okay? How you feel and what your beliefs are about something, what your identity is, affects how much action you put into something. You have large belief, you put in large action, you get large results. And because you get large results, you get large belief. It's reaffirming yourself. Like, I told you you could do it. I told you you were right. I told you you were a good driver. I told you you were a good athlete. Or it could be the complete opposite. I told you you suck. I told you you were unathletic. I told you you were a piece of crap. Like, whatever it is, it's going to be affirming what you're saying. What you believe, what you hold to your identity determines how much action you put in, which determines the outcome. And the outcome determines your belief and certainty. So now let's answer the question, how do you be confident when you have zero competence? It's all about putting in the confidence and the belief and the certainty before you put in the competence. Like when I started this YouTube channel, which is just last month, and I'm still trying to like grind it out and make really good videos that are adding value to you guys, I have a certainty in my mind that someday I'm going to hit 100 subscribers. And I have certainty that one day I'm going to hit 1,000 subscribers. And that one day I'm going to hit 100K. Like, I have this certainty, and it doesn't mean that I'm like entitled to it, but I have certainty that through somehow, what I mean is like through some kind of way, through some kind of whatever, it doesn't matter what I'm going to have to go through, I will, and I'm certain that it is absolutely possible. And because I'm so certain that it's absolutely possible, that affects how much action I'll put in. If I know for a fact that in some time, in some place, And it's like just consistency. If I know that at some point I will hit that many subscribers or that I will get that outcome, if I know that this is possible, the outcome, that will greatly affect how much action and effort I put into it. If I know I can become something great, if I know I can do amazing things, then I'll try way the freak harder than if I thought I wasn't gonna, achieve that outcome. Like, why would you try something if you knew you were gonna fail? Like, I know that I'm gonna fail, but I also know that at some point I will succeed. And then, once I get that outcome, or once I, achieve the result I want to achieve, then that reaffirms my belief and certainty. So then I'm like, oh, I told you could do it. Like, I knew it. Like, I knew throughout whatever how you were gonna do it. I knew that you would persist until you succeeded. And so you create this amazingly positive belief in just like, and this is like a whole circle, and this is exactly what happens. So how do we apply it to our lives? Let's take driving, for example. I've been driving, to try and get my license, and I'm not that competent in it yet, but I have been like growing my competence over, a couple of months, and I'm definitely getting way better, especially from when I first started. Now, let's take this since you guys are teenagers, and you guys are probably trying to get your license too. If you feel like you're a crappy driver, and you feel like you're gonna get in a crash, and you're just all nervous, and you're like, ugh, that's gonna affect what kind of action you put in, okay? You believe you're a really bad driver, you're gonna act like a bad driver. Okay, you act like a bad driver, you get a bad outcome. Whether that's a crash, or it's just like you have really hard stops, or just whatever it is, you're gonna have a really bad outcome. And that outcome is just gonna affirm your belief. I knew you were a bad driver, I knew you suck at driving, I knew okay? So how do we break that? You have to believe that whatever outcome you're getting, and you have to find the outcome first, but whatever outcome you're trying to get, you have to believe that's possible. If you don't believe that you can become a great driver, what point is there in trying to really hard to become a better driver? What point is there in trying to get a license if you just know that it is completely not possible for you to do it? So get really intentional about your outcome. Then you can get intentional about how much you can believe it, but not just belief, like true certainty. Like, I know this can happen, and I know it will happen if I do X, whatever. Like, I know it. Certainty, not just belief. Not just I believe it can happen, I know it will happen. And then you almost kind of create an outcome, and you create belief for an outcome that you lack, because most people tie their belief and their kind of confidence to competence, which is extremely important in the long run. But when you're first starting out, you have to base your belief and your confidence based on where you can go, not based on where you are right now. So it's supremely important that you define your certainty and your belief for your outcome before you start putting in all this action. So once you get your outcome, you will define how much belief you can put in, and then you can define the how and whatnot, which will kind of turn to action, and to put in massive action because you believe it can happen. Once you believe it can happen, it will happen. After it happens, you just create that affirmation in your mind of I knew it would happen, I told you so, and basically affirming yourself. I think it's such an important thing you guys absolutely need to take into your lives. Just try it. Like, and I always say this, like, think about the opposite. Like, you think I'm gonna be a good driver if I constantly think I'm a sucky driver and just act? No. This is the only way. And this is not delusion. This is just how it works. This is exactly how you're gonna gain confidence in something that you're not competent in. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.